Hey, good morning everyone. George here and welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope everyone's getting off to a good start here in 2021. So we're going to be talking about this tank here this morning. Had a little bit of a surprise when I came in, and we're going to talk about what that is and what I'm doing about it. And it's regarding these orange swordtails that are in here. So anyways, hang in there with me and we'll get to it in just a second here. Hey everyone, George here and welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about this particular tank here today because I kind of had a surprise this weekend with the orange swordtails that are in this tank, and wanted to kind of talk about that with you because I found some fry back in this tank and wasn't really expecting that. Now I do have 5 female orange swords and 2 male, so I kind of probably should have known that this was going to happen because the conditions are pretty ideal in this tank for breeding as far as temperature and stuff like that goes. Now, I was doing a siphon in a white container, and as I was doing that, this back chamber that you're looking at right now, the center part where the light is, as I was siphoning it, I did notice against the white background of the tank that I was putting the water in that I was seeing some fry coming out of there, and I was rather surprised at that because I hadn't seen that before, and I really didn't know how they could have possibly got back into this chamber. But my guess is it was through the graded area at the top where the water goes into the water sock and then goes down into this second chamber and then into the pump. Some of them must have just survived that whole thing and got in there. Now it's kind of strange because there are a couple of different sizes here of these fish. A couple of them look really mature, and the others look like they couldn't be more than a couple of days old. But basically I took them all out of there, as many as I could. I siphoned the rest of the tank out, and I took them out of there and put them in a tank that I typically have set up for fish that are not doing well or isolation. And basically this is the tank right here that I'm talking about. And if you look at the bottom here, it's kind of hard to see. I'm kind of pointing at the bottom here, but I don't know if you can see, but these little dots around the bottom are the fry. I'm going to count them here in just a second, but I think there's like 7 or 9 in here. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I counted 11. I might not be right about that. They move around so quick that I may not be right about that. But anyways, if you look in the corner there, you can see that there are some fish down in that corner area, and they are just kind of hanging out in that particular area of the tank. Now, again, I am not a breeder, and I wasn't trying to breed these fish, so as I said, that was quite a surprise to me that they were even in there. I don't have a problem with it. It's just something that I wasn't planning on. Now, I have got these fish in this tank that I was talking about, and they seem to be eating and doing well in there. I crushed up some flake. I did a little investigation online as to how to grow these out because, like I said, I'm not a breeder. But if you look at that grate up there right in the left top corner there, I think that's where they got through and somehow managed to get into that chamber area there and survive on whatever food was passing through there. Or I've even read that they sometimes will eat algae and things like that just to survive. And so we've either got between 10 and 11 of those in there. And like I said, they're doing really well. I've got a simple setup here. Basically, all I've got is an air tube hooked up to a pump with a check valve on it, and a heater, as you can see here, running at around 78 to 81 degrees. And I am feeding them that flake right there, really crushed up, and they seem to be doing that. And of course, I'm making sure the water is staying clean by cleaning the water about halfway every single day. And they've been in there now 3-4 days, and they are doing really, really well. So if you look at these fish closely, you can see that many of the females that I look at in the tank appear to be pregnant. And I have, like I said, looked online to see what that is supposed to look like and what you're supposed to do. And for sure, I know 2 or 3 of these are. As you look at this one right here, if you look at the back part of the bottom fin, they definitely have a huge dark area there that is indicative of fry that are growing. And it says when you start to see that, it's going to be 24 to 48 hours before they release that fry. So I do have a breeder's box that I did order online. It should be coming in the next couple of days, and I will put those females in there and see if we can get some more fry, since I've already got this other tank set up anyway. I'm going to go ahead and let them release these fry and try to salvage some of them and grow them out. If nothing else, it'll be interesting. As I said, I'm not someone who has set out to be someone who grows these fish out, but I certainly am not going to, let the opportunity to watch these fish be born and grow them out just go away. Now, I will likely in the future take the either the males or the females out of here. I'm not sure which. I'll have to make a decision on that, and give them back to a store that'll take them, because they're pretty fish. I mean, they're not expensive fish, obviously, and they're just fish that I really put in this tank more for the color than anything else. So as I'm looking at these guys, it's obvious that they're pretty pregnant and they're pretty full of fry. So I'll let them have the opportunity to go ahead and give birth to what's left of them here, and I will grow them out and possibly use them in some of my other tanks and see how that goes. But again, I'm not a breeder. I'm not really interested in that kind of thing. And anyways, long story short, if anybody has any comments they can leave me about these fish on how to take care of them better, I'd sure like that information. Anyways, leave your comments, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and do share with your friends. I really appreciate that, as always. And again, thank you so much for hanging in there with me today. And again, if you have any comments, I'd really, really appreciate it. And look forward to hearing anything that you might have to say about these fish. That gives me a little bit more insight on how to care for them, especially the fry, and what I should do as far as removing the males or the females in this tank. Anyways, thank you so much. We will see you on the next one.